Hello, welcome to the IFP Phoenix Member of the Month Conversations. I'm Webb Pickersgill, the Executive Director of IFP Phoenix, and today I'm with actor and producer Ruben Angelo. Thanks so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Cool. And you are doing some great things here in the Valley. Give me a little bit of background.
I actually started here in Arizona as a casting director.
Oh, okay.
So it's been, I probably did that 9 years ago down in Tucson, and did some pretty big budget films down there. Did some stuff with Tank Girl and Boys on the Side.
Okay.
And then after that, I took a somewhat of a hiatus outside, away from the business.
Okay.
Went back to school and finished my degree in business and marketing. And then I was on a phone call conversation with a friend of mine, and he's from LA. He's on a top-rated series. Mm-hmm. And he asked me if I was going to ever get back into the industry, and I said, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. He said, well, you really should consider it because I think you have a lot to offer this business. Mm. And then I told him, I said, well, I'll look into that. So then about a month later, I went and got my headshots, and then I went on just a random audition. Mm-hmm. And this is at the end of 2009, and I landed the lead in a movie called App of Time, a film short.
Okay, nice.
That showed at a couple film festivals, and I've been working nonstop ever since. So in 2010, I've done probably about 13 film projects.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that many. I knew you were doing a lot, but
yeah, it's quite a bit. You know,
I assume short films, right? Because
a lot of short
features. Would be a lot.
a lot of short films. One of them was a feature, and we did all the pre-work on for a miniseries, as well as a web series that I'm doing, and then another TV pilot as well.
Wow. So I mean, you came in 2009 again, and then has been just running ever since.
You know, it's ironic because the statement that he made to me, it kind of got me thinking, and it is my passion. And now that I'm here and in the Valley, not only falling back in love with acting and movie making, but then with the state of Arizona at large, and with the people here. Mm-hmm. Everyone's trying to make a difference. Everyone's trying to do a good project.
Speaking of projects, you have a project, I think, you have baking right now you want to tell me about, huh?
I do.
What? You say that so seriously. I know you've been working hard on it. So tell me about it.
So I wrote and created a TV series. The pilot is called Life Alone. Okay. The series is called Hope. What I want the audience to get from this when they first view it is what's going on here in this town. You know, something seems cool and mysterious, and why is there so much stuff that's hidden? The reason I want it to be like that is because shows like Lost and shows like Heroes, for instance, they were captivating. You know what I mean? And so I want the show to maintain its captivation with the audience. But one thing that sets my show apart from the other shows is that I give everything away at the very beginning, which you probably know, as working on it as well. Yeah. So the audience is going to kind of get the background as far as how all these characters came to be. Of course, when we show the trailer in a bit, they can kind of see some of that sort of nuance, but they're going to get somewhat the full picture as far as what they think. But there's a lot more to the story. There's a lot more background.
So have you ever seen like a film where you'll go and about halfway through they reveal what you think was supposed to be the big reveal?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, wait a minute. If they revealed that halfway, where's this going?
Yeah, and I don't want the audience to feel cheated. You know, that's the thing too. I think a lot of shows that we've seen, there's a certain point where they feel like, I waited all this time for this.
You hold all this and you finally reveal it and they go, really?
Exactly. And I think what a lot of shows are lacking is there's a lot of action, there's a lot of special effects, there's a lot of the nuances of the cinematography versus the acting. Mm-hmm. And so this series, I want the audience to fall in love with the characters and then also connect on a certain level, on an emotional level. So every single episode that you watch, you're going to connect in some way, and all the characters run the full gamut as far as age ranges too, so that way we have that demographic covered. And I want everyone to feel like this is a place that they want to watch every single week and connect with something from it.
Okay, great. Well, I guess let's show our audience a little bit about what Life Alone is about.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and run that clip.
So, what brings you guys to the most happening place on earth?
Actually, the guys were headed here and it seemed like a good choice. Why not?
Come on, one beer and one drink's not gonna kill you. Live a little.
Brent, well, this has got to be fate because I'm going to show you exactly what you've been missing.
my friends? Let's just say they're resting.
Your job is to observe and decide which scenario from the subject's minds makes the most sense.
I won't be made. Let's go now. This hasn't make any sense.
If the mind dies, the body dies.
Any last words? Yes. Watch your back.
All right, so that was the teaser trailer for, or what would you call that?
Correct. It's a teaser trailer.
Teaser trailer, okay.
And primarily the way that you've seen it, not only is it for the audience, but also because we are trying to get a network to sign us. And
Okay.
there are some meetings set up, but it never hurts to kind of not put all our eggs in one basket, so to speak. So that's definitely what we want people to, see that trailer and think to themselves, I want to see more. So hopefully it's doing the trick when they see it as well.
So I guess what's your aspiration then as far as where do you want to go with this? If let's say somebody did come and here's a check, I want you to make this series. Do you want to produce it here in the Valley? Where do you want to go?
That's a very good question. Definitely. The reason why I actually wrote Life Alone is because I was frustrated about the perspectives on Arizona and filmmaking here.
Okay.
There's a lot of quality people here, actors and crew members as well, and I just want the world to know that and to give us an opportunity to showcase our talents. And so my hope and my goal is when I do meet with the networks is to communicate that and to say, we have awesome backgrounds to get this series made here. And if you allow us to do that, you won't be disappointed. I mean, look at what we've done so far, which is some of the few locations that we managed to kind of put into the background of what we did. I'm fortunate that I've worked with some really key people and that developed those relationships so I understand that history. And I understand if no one else gets it, and today if this is on the internet, this interview, I want the world to know that if they give us the opportunity, they're going to be impressed every single time.
And I admire you for that, for somebody who, to be in Arizona and to create a project from the ground up with us and say, hey, we can do a full series here. We don't have to write it and then have it produced somewhere else. We have the technology and the capabilities here, and I admire you for finding those key people and making that happen. I mean, I love the trailer. I think it turned out fantastic. I think
Thank
it
you.
was great. So more about the project.
Sure.
If somebody, I guess in general, before we get too far, if somebody wants more information on the project, where do they go to find more information?
Sure, right now we have a Facebook page, so if they go and look up Life Alone on Facebook, they can find that information, as well as we have a YouTube page, so they can go and see the trailer and see a little bit more background there.
What's your timeline overall is a general question.
Right now, the trailer's out there, and then we're going to release a behind-the-scenes teaser and the behind-the-scenes photos. And then after that, it's just more of the updates as far as once we get signed, when we're going to be on the air and stuff like that. And then we will be putting up another independent website, so if they do go and become a member or fan on Facebook, they'll see that information. It'll come across.
So what other projects do you have in the pipeline now as an actor? Or as a producer, I don't know.
I just signed on to do a full-length feature comedy called The Viral Movie, and that's with director Cameron Stevenson.
Is that in Arizona?
He lives here in Arizona. The film group is actually out of LA.
Oh, okay.
Energia Films, and so it's exciting to do that. And then I'm also doing a mini-series called Deadly Motives, and that's going to be available online. I'm doing another series called The Lights. And The Lights, the director of that is James A. Lee. And we actually, so we did, James is a really cool guy. So I'm fortunate to be working with him on that. And then I will hopefully be doing more episodes of Life Alone, of course, or Hope as well. So
I hope so.
Exactly.
So
there's that. I think that's it for right now. I mean, that's not it. I mean, there's quite a bit.
So if somebody wants to get in touch with you for a project, how does somebody get in touch with you?
Yeah, they can email me. It's ruben.angelo@ymail.com.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun to get to know more about you. I mean, I've worked with you, but I didn't realize the depth of what you do. So appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.
So.
Thanks for joining us for the Member of the Month Conversations. I'm Web Gill. I'll see you next time.